Climate change makes me feel quite anxious and concerned, especially because of the consequences that it will have and the effects that it will potentially have on further generations.
Climate change can make you feel quite anxious. Unless certain things change, it'll have an effect on all of our lives, probably sooner rather than later.
Climate change makes me feel extremely anxious, worried, and upset, and often causes me to feel devastating dread for the current and future generations.
Climate change makes me feel anxious, a bit helpless. I feel a bit ignorant when I think about it. Like, I'm aware of it, but I just don't know really what to do about it, or like how it all really works, or what's really going to make a difference.
Definitely a level of guilt there. Also, like, it triggers change, so it's triggering, and it has triggered change in my own life.
I think, like many people, there's a general sense of anxiety and unease around the effects that climate change is having on our planet, but at the same time, you can't help but feel hopeful that our generation can come together and talk about solutions that we can then work towards putting in place to stop the effects of climate change from getting any worse.
To me, I would probably say a healthy environment looks like somewhere you can stay warm, somewhere you feel safe, somewhere you have fresh drinking water, somewhere you can make meals, cook food. Yeah, I would say those are the most basics to a healthy environment. Obviously, a human needs much more. Like, it needs things that are going to make them happy and, you know, keep them busy and give them a sense of purpose. But yeah, at its very basic, that's probably what I would say.
A right to a healthy environment seems like a sensible thing, and I suppose it will mean different things to different people. I'm based in the Glasgow city centre, so what might look like a healthy environment for me will maybe look different to someone who's from a rural setting.
I think a healthy environment should be somewhere where children and young people are able to play and grow up in an area that has clean air and green spaces. Where those living with poor health don't find the conditions made any worse from pollutants. And ideally a world where no one is displaced from the effects that climate change has on their territories or wherever that they might live.
To me, a healthy environment looks like a respected environment. You know, we're visitors and we're only here for a limited time, and we have a duty to leave things better than we found them. You know, I definitely know that I want to, for my kids and my kids' kids' kids and my kids' 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 kids. It's just respecting our environment as a living, breathing organism. Someone who feeds us, who houses us, who clothes us, who literally gives us every single thing that we need.
Unfortunately, not everyone has the access to a healthy living environment simply due to pollution and lack of resources due to poverty. So for me, a healthy living environment would be a place where everyone can enjoy clean water and air, and a place where it's just safe for living for all creatures, not even only humans.
Well, apart from reducing the global temperature to a sensible degree, I think it would probably just be more practical ideas that, you know, if you could wave a magic wand and have all of the recycling provision that was needed in a place like Glasgow, or, you know, all of the active travel routes available, better quality electrical cars and infrastructure to allow people to continue to travel in the way that they do today. That's quite a lot of wishes though.
If I had the magic wand, I would eliminate all sources of pollution in order to create an environment where everyone can live and enjoy their life.
If I had a magic wand, the change I would probably make is firstly to make everybody more educated. in climate change and what's going on, and as I said, what's going to make a bigger difference and what's most important. And then secondly, I would say to make everybody realise it's a big problem, especially all the leaders of all the countries around the world, make them come together, realise that this is a problem and come up with a good solution to fix it. Ideally, I would just say, you know, make climate change go away, but if we just did that, then we'd probably just end up in the same position in 20, 40, 100 years again. So I think the biggest challenge would be getting people to realise the issue and agree on a way to tackle it and where we can move forward, you know, as a world together. I would say that's probably what I would do with my magic wand.